What's up, friends? Today we're doing a request from YouTube that comes from Malcookin. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it is chicken spaghetti, but we're doing it fettuccine noodles because I forgot to buy spaghetti noodles.
If, like me, your mind immediately goes to a red sauce when you hear the words chicken spaghetti, let me be the first to tell you that that's not it. This is actually a creamy, cheesy sauce, and it actually turned out really, really good. It's a lot like a casserole, so please do not come after me for breaking the fettuccine noodles apart because every recipe that I looked up said to do that. So you get started by adding your noodles to a pot of boiling water. From there, get some butter in a saute pan and saute up your red and green bell pepper. Once those have softened a bit, you can go ahead and add your onions as well as your garlic and make sure you cook it until everything becomes really translucent, at which point you're gonna add your flour. So make sure that you get the flour really well mixed in. You wanna make sure that you cook out the rawness of the flour itself, and you'll be able to tell because it kind of loses that white coloring once it does get fully incorporated and mixed in with everything. And then from there, you're gonna add your chicken stock. Now, as you bring the chicken stock up to a simmer, you can go in with your seasonings. So here we have our usual suspect of Italian herbs and seasonings. We go in with salt, pepper, red pepper flakes. If you guys notice, I don't use traditional red pepper flakes. This is actually more of a blend, and I prefer it because I feel like you can control the heat a lot more with this brand of pepper flakes. And really, it's just red pepper flakes ground into like a fine powder. After that, we go in with some paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, parsley, rosemary, oregano, and thyme. And again, while you're adding all of these ingredients in, you're bringing that chicken stock mixture up to a boil or a light simmer, just because you want the flavors to start really incorporating in with the dish itself. Now give that a good mix so that everything is really well mixed in. You can make sure that your flavors are really spread around. This is a super, super flavorful dish, so you wanna make sure you don't skimp out on anything. I will put the measurements as far as what I use for every seasoning in the comments or in the recipe of this. However, I will say that I typically like to measure with my heart, especially if you're more prone to liking certain seasonings over other seasonings, or maybe you're not as big of a fan of garlic as I am, or the onions that are in there is enough onion for your taste. You really want to make sure that you are making this dish to your liking or to serve the people that you're going to be serving to their liking, just because, cooking doesn't have to be an exact form. Everybody has their own method of doing things, and I think that's one of my favorite things that I love about cooking for myself or cooking for other people, is really getting to put your own spin on things. Now, once everything has been simmering for a minute, you can go in with your cream, let that come to a bit of a boil, as well as your cheeses and your cream cheese. Now, this is what makes the sauce super velvety and super smooth. Once you get that boiling, make sure that it thickens up a little bit before going in with your chicken. Now, instead of using like a cooked chicken that I cooked myself, I actually went with a rotisserie chicken, just shredded it up and added it in there. And then I added my fettuccine noodles. Again, if you add spaghetti noodles, that's okay too. Sprinkle with a little bit of parsley and serve it on up. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Okay. I had never had it before today, and honestly, it's like a better version of chicken Alfredo. It has so many more seasonings in it. It's super creamy. It has a little bit of the pepper taste from not only the red and green bell peppers, but from those red pepper flakes. So it's a little bit spicy, but it's not actually spicy. It just has a spice flavor to it. Man, I am honestly pleasantly surprised. Are we ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to eat some chicken spaghetti? Are you ready for chicken spaghetti?